Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet, so if that interests you, please sit back and watch this video because today, my friends, I offer you another episode of our podcast, Yarn Talk and All the Things. My friends, it has been a while since we did one of these. I'm super excited to finally sit down and cover all the topics with you guys, catch up, have some coffee, all that. So let me go ahead and give you a rundown of everything we're going to be talking about, and then we'll get started. So first, very brief, we're going to have some coffee talk. And then after that, I'd love to cover some information about my spring cowl that I just rolled out a few days ago. Super excited that that's finally happening. Next, I want to cover some whips, some works in progress. And then after that, I want to cover some finished objects that I have here to share with you. And then finally, I have a yarn haul from Hirschner's. So that is the rundown of the podcast episode for today. If that is of interest to you, please stick around and watch all the things. So, my friends, I have a little bit of a challenge. So I would like to know how many times during this podcast episode that I say all the things, okay? And then put it in the comments, and then I'm going to draw up for a winner. So I will be counting myself after this gets posted to the YouTube streets. I would like to know how many times I say all the things in a podcast episode, okay? The one that I just said is included. So get them all and put it in the comments, and then I will do a random drawing using the software on the computer, and then that one person who wins will get a special prize from me. So there's that, okay? So, coffee talk. My friends, it's tested, tried, and true. Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut coffee with caramel macchiato cream. So that is what's in the cup for today. It's piping hot. I love my coffee super hot. And so if it's not this, a new favorite, Black Rifle, okay? Many of you guys have put me on that, and I'm all about that, okay? So yes, I'm taking a sip of my coffee because it's just that part in the episode where I have to take a sip. It's all the things. There you go. There's another one. There's another one. All the things. Okay. So there's that. All right, so let's talk about this spring crochet along. My friends, finally, the next season has come. I'm able to roll out this crochet along. Now, let me preface this by saying I originally planned to roll my crochet along out in April. But because there were other projects from other creators being rolled out onto the YouTube streets that I wanted to participate in, I said, you know what, let me just push it back a month. I did a poll. I asked everybody on the YouTube streets that follows me, hey, are you guys good with pushing everything back? And the vast majority of who follows me and who doesn't follow me, who participated in the poll, said, you know what, May's better. So we pushed everything to May. So May 4th rolls around. I kick off the cowl. I spin the wheel. I do all the things. I sit at the tutorial table, I whip it together using the stitches from the wheel and all of that. And as I'm doing it, I'm noticing something's not right. But, I'm recording, and I'm recording on the fly, right? So it's the 4th. I need to produce something. I can't sit there off camera too long because the 4th will then become the 5th. And then what's good in notifying everybody that something's rolling out on the 4th if nothing's rolling out? So anyway, I went ahead and continued on. I pushed forward. I finished all the things for the cowl for week 1. And it still didn't sit right with me, but I went forward anyway. Posted it, left, right-hand tutorials, And what didn't sit right with me was how the stitches were all laying. I just, something wasn't right. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know. So anyway, the next morning I wake up. It is now Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th. And I said, let me look at this project again. So I take it to work with me. I'm sitting there with a piece of paper. I'm drawing the stitches out on a piece of paper, and the math is not mathing. I'm like, hold up. Round 9 is not how it should be. The stitch count is completely wrong. The multiples are not right. What was I thinking? So then I had to backtrack and retrace my steps. So what happened was I recorded the cal all the way fully in its entirety, went to hit the save button and accidentally deleted it. I told my following this whole story. So on the 4th, I had to sit back down and re-record everything from the beginning. And during my re-recording, I lost track of stitch counts and multiples and things. And so round 9 was a complete disaster, which then destroyed every consecutive round after that, from 9 all the way to 14. Just, yeah, it looked like a ruffled skirt. It just did not lay how it should. So anyway, I'm at work. I'm panicking. I'm like, I can't leave work to hurry up and fix this. So what do? I reached out to some friends of mine and I got different answers. Some people were like, just put a little memo in the description box, everyone will understand. And then some people were like, Juan, when you drop a video like a cal, it sits there and people, search for something to do in the future. So you really have to think about what it is that you're posting on the YouTube streets. And then I got a piece of advice from left field somewhere that said, do what you feel is right. It's the most simplest form of advice. So I sat down and I thought to myself and I said, you know what? The right thing to do would be to take it down and redo it for a 3rd time. But this time, I'm going to count every single stitch from the very beginning all the way to the end. And that's what I did, and it came out perfect. So not one stitch is out of place. I basically memorized every stitch count for the first 14 rounds. Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So this is what it's looking like right now. So it's not blocked. This is just how it laid. It's super nice. It's not a square, but it's not like it's a rectangular square. Because it's kind of square, but it's a little longer than it is wider, right? But I'm telling you, no blocking required. I made sure every stitch was exactly where it needed to be. Like, down to, yeah, everything is perfect. So I went ahead and used a 5.5mm crochet hook. I used the dots for this one. So Nancy over at She's Got Yarn, she gifted me a box of these. And since I've gotten them, I've been really taken to these hooks because it fits. It's nice. I enjoy it. It kind of reminds me of the clover hooks, but longer, which is super nice. I enjoy these. Anyway, so as I said in the cal, every week I'll end with like a ridge. So when you look at the project in its entirety, you can actually see where each week started and stopped. So yeah, the yarn I'm using for this, for those of you guys who are not doing the crochet along, I am using Karen cotton cakes, and I am using calico flowers. So this is the colorway. I looked at that and I said, you know what? This is spring. This is spring and a cake. It's all the things. It's so good. So this here for week 1 measures 13.5 inches by 15 inches. And this is what I have left out of the first cake. Let me turn this over so you can kind of see. So it's not a yarn eater. I'm super excited about this so far. So the goal was to have 10 inches each week. Like, that's how it will grow. So the short side will be 50 inches and then the length will be whatever it is. So that's kind of where the goal is. And so I told everyone if you're going to use this, the goal is to have 4. So yeah. And I'm like not even halfway through the first one, and week 1 is done. So again, just to cover ourselves, get 4 because we don't know what the stitches are going to look like later on. So each week I spin for 4 stitches, and I use those 4 stitches in the tutorial. And yeah, I just keep going until we get to the size that we need, and then we end with a front post double crochet on the back side to create a ridge on the front. So there is that. Okay. So, oh yeah, by the way, the cal ends June the 1st. So every Saturday I'll drop a video. It'll be done on Friday. I'll make sure that come midnight Saturday it will just go out, because a lot of times in recent history with my experience in cows, I will go ahead and drop them during the time of the day that I feel like most people would be waiting for it. And then all of a sudden, you know, there's upload issues and everyone's waiting for the cow to drop and there's no cow and it comes out the next morning. So no. We're going to drop it. It's going to be on my channel. All I have to do is flip it on, or maybe program it to turn on at midnight. So that's the goal. Okay, so there is that. Let me see. That's the cow. Okay, next we're going to get into whips. I'm going to place you guys on a brief pause there, and I'm going to gather all the whips so that we can go through all the things. Give me 1 second. Okay, friends, so I am back. I have 4 whips to share with you. This first one here is an asymmetrical scarf that I'm working on. This is 100% cotton. This is K&C's cotton in the colorway ground. And I literally started with 1 stitch, and then I just continuously increased all the way down to this point right here. Let me turn it this way so you can kind of see the things. And so I do have some very basic fillet work, just windows. I'm doing a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a. So just back and forth, you know. Nothing extravagant, because I really enjoy the colorway here and what it looks like against my skin. I'm really enjoying this. So far, this here is 3 skeins. I'm not sure how many more I'm going to need to finish, but I do have plenty. I have three more of these to go in my bag here. And so, as I mentioned, K&C cotton. This is what it looks like in the skein. Now, they suggest a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using a 5 millimeter crochet hook. The only downside to using this yarn is the blue transfers. So onto your hands and onto the hook. So what I'm planning on doing is taking the finished object when it's done, and I'm going to, 1, put it in warm vinegar, and then 2, put it in salt water to kind of hold the color. And, you know, whatever's meant to bleed will just bleed. But I don't want it running onto the other clothes. So, and garments and things. So, yeah. This is the first one. Now, the goal here is to get this long side here to 72 inches. So, every now and then I'll measure it, and once this long side gets to 72 inches, obviously I'll be finished. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to do something decorative, nothing major, but just something decorative along the edge there, to just put my touch onto it. Because again, this is a very basic asymmetrical scarf. I mean, I have windows, it's, you know, very simple, but that's kind of how I wanted it. I wanted the colorway to be the star here, because I mean, it's just perfect. I love it. So that is the first one. Super excited about that. The next time I show this, it will be finished. So that is good. And I use this bag here. I put the project in this bag, and I take this with me, and I put this in the car, and whenever I have a free minute, I jump on this. So there's that. Okay. The next one that I want to share with you guys is my rainbow grannies. So I have started 60 of these rainbow grannies. They're in different phases of construction. So right now I have a whole bunch that are halfway done. We have purple, blue, and green. And I have them in my Hobie bag that was gifted to me. So, yep. My rainbow Hobie bag will hold my rainbow granny squares. So right now I have about 40 of them with just the 3 colors, right? And then the other 20 are in different phases of the process. So I have a whole handful here that we have the yellow. Now all of this is made with Loops and Threads Soft Classic. And yeah, I just love this yarn. It's nice and full and thick, and it's always on sale. Deals and steals, my friends. It's all the things. So this yellow here is called Butter. Now, the only two yellows that they have are light yellow, which is that middle row there, and then Butter, which is at the top. So we went with Butter. Okay, so I wanted to see what the other colors looked like after the Butter, you know, because if the Butter wasn't the right yellow, I was going to frog it and put like Red Heart Super Saver yellow onto it. So I went ahead and did a bunch like this, and yep, I'm loving it. That yellow is perfect for this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 7 up to the red. And so after the red, I'm going to do a whole round of black. And black will be the joining color. So that is what the finished square will look like. Super nice. Okay, so I have this thought. Do I do 60 like this and then 60 inverted where the red is in the middle and the purple is on the outside? So that was another reason why I went ahead and did a full square like that, so I can measure and things. It's going to be a very nice size blanket like this because I still have to do the join. So yeah, I have a trick where I do a single crochet, chain 3 single crochet all the way down instead of going into each stitch. So putting this together is very quick. And because I'm using black, I don't really see much of anything. I'm going to use black to join with the black. So the star of the show is actually the rainbow and not the black. So nice. Anyway, I use this project for my Facebook lives, and when I'm sitting there talking to everybody, I have a crochet hook and a square under the camera, and I'm just looking and I'm talking because I don't have to look at this. I can just feel for the holes and just do all the things. So there's that. Okay, let me go ahead and put this inside the bag. That is whip number 2. Okay, whip number 3 is going to be my corner to corner project. So this began with the Whipping It with Juan session. I started with this panel right here. Everybody has seen this one. And the goal here is to do 4 of these. One like this, where the angle is like this, and then I'm going to do another one like this, and then I'm going to do another one like this, and then another one like that. So it's going to be like a diamond. And then I'm going to join it, and then I'm going to do a modern granny border. Modern granny border, maybe? I think so. So that's the goal. I'm on panel number 3. This is the 3rd one. I think you guys have seen this one as well. I haven't picked it up since the last time you guys have seen it. I may have done like a row or 2, but yeah, I'm showing you to document where I'm at. Because the next time you see this, this should be done, the 4 panels. So yeah. And the tray that I'm using, these are the scrap cakes that I made. And I'm just, no rhyme, no reason, friends. When I make these scrap cakes, I'm going to do some more videos doing scrap cakes because this is a lot of fun. So yeah. Okay, so there is whip number 3. Whip number 4 is my Sophies. So this is where I'm at with my Sophies. I've added a few rounds since the last time I've shown this. So now I am on round 33. Super excited. And it's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like this daunting task where I'm going to have to pull out my glasses and write notes and do all the things. The trick is take your time. Read what they have step by step and just take your time. And so, yeah, I am coming out of the mandala. I'm about finished. I'm almost finished the square part, and then we're going to turn this over. And I think this is how it's going to finally lay. Like when the blanket is done, this corner is going to be north, this one is going to be south, so on and so forth. So that is where I'm at with Sophie's. I will continue to update you. And by the way, I forgot to share this with you. Where I'm at right now is an entire skein of Kieran Jumbo Ombre, and the colorway is Sunset. So I finished my first skein, and it took me to round 32. So that's one skein. Super nice. Now I get questions, are you going to block it and all that? No, I'm just, it's for the house. I'm just going to make it. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to hang it outside, let it get some air, and, you know, whatever happens, happens. So I'm just enjoying it for the fun of crochet, you know. I know some people would be like, Juan, you should block it and things, but no, I'm just enjoying the process, you know. I have all my stitches correct, so however it lays is just how it's going to lay. So there is that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those are the 4 whips. And let me see, I have 2 finished objects. So let me clear this up and go grab those, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so I have 2 finished objects to share with you. The first one I've shared on the channel before. I just have an update to this finished object. So you may or may not have seen this, maybe on a live. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, it's all the things. So the yarn that I used for this is Mandala from Line Brand. And the colorway here is called Sphinx. This is what I have left of the second cake. So 1.5 cakes. The one cake was 590 yards, 540 meters. It's 5.3 ounces at 150 grams. It is a light 3-weight yarn, and they suggest a 5mm crochet hook, which is what I used. I used a 5mm crochet hook for this. Super nice. So how this came about was I started memberships on my channel a little while ago, and the founding members of that said membership, when it first rolled out, we all got together and I proposed an idea. Let's do a members only project. And so we mutually decided, let's go ahead and do a scarf. And we were just going to call it a members only scarf and just keep it for members only. However, I thought to myself, well, why not share this with everybody on the YouTube streets? Why not? But before we do, let's not call it a members only scarf. Let's give it a name. And so the members of my channel like to call themselves a scurry, you know. So we're a group of squirrels. You know, we're talking about things and then all of a sudden we get sidetracked, squirrel, you know. So that's what we call ourselves, scurry. And so since we created this together, we're a bunch of squirrels, why not call it a scurry scarf? So that's the name of this scarf. And so we have a recipe that's going to be rolling out, as well as a tutorial for this that will be rolling out. So I'm super excited to be able to share this with you guys. For those of you guys who are interested in knowing, you know, the backstory, that's what it is. It started out as a members only scarf, and now it will be rolled out to everybody on the YouTube streets. So there are 8 repeats of a 6-row repeat, if that makes any sense. So each section is 6 rows, and then you repeat this 8 times. So there is that. Okay. Now the yarn that I used is Line Brand Mandala in the colorway Sphinx. So this here is the second cake. I used an entire cake and then half of a second one. Now one cake is 590 yards, 540 meters. It is a light 3-weight yarn, and they suggest a 5mm crochet hook with this, and that's what I used for this project. So ultimately, I went with a 3-weight yarn because it's spring. You know, we don't want anything too heavy, but yet there every now and then happens to be like cool nights or whatever. And so, yeah, on those cool nights, until summer gets here, you can throw one of these on. So there's that. Okay. It's all the things, isn't it? It's all the things, my friends. It's all the things. Okay. Are you guys counting? I hope you are. All right, so next, I'd like to share with you Sasha. So, this is Sasha. I made Sasha. It's my very first amigurumi. I've never made one before. And in true Juan the Yarn Addict fashion, go big or go home. So I was on Hooker versus Hooker for April, and I was the podcaster going up against a subscriber, as well as the two hosts. And so there were two pickers. One picker chose the colors, and the other picker chose the project. So the one picker picked the colors that you're seeing here. So blue, green, pink, orange, and tan. And then the other picker chose amigurumis. Partly because 2 or 3 of the 4 of us have never done an amigurumi before. So I think the only one that has done an amigurumi before consistently was Jan. I may be wrong on that, but that's what I think. So that's what I'm going with. So this here was from a paid pattern from Heidi Bears, and the project originally was called Smog the African Flower Dragon. So originally, Sasha is supposed to have wings, and the wings, come out to like here. They're big. The only reason why I decided to not put them on Sasha is because everywhere I've tried sitting her, there's just no room. Like, she's too wide. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. So anyway, the pattern is 52 pages, my friends. 52 pages. I have it right here. Heidi Bears. This is what the front page looks like, and this is what the wings look like. Now, I love the color choices on this, but we were restricted to 5 colors. So my plan now is to remake Sasha in other colorways. So the plan is where you see the tan, I'm actually going to be using charcoal. And where you see pink, I'm going to be using aqua or teal, one of those colors. And then I'm going to be using purple. Yep, those 2 colors right there. And then I'm also going to use like a bright red. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. And so yes, I wound up winning the Hooker versus Hooker. And I think the only reason why I won was because of my use of color. Like, Sasha has color everywhere. I mean, every angle, you can clearly see that every color was used everywhere, except for the forehead, because I wanted everybody to see Sasha's eyes. So, and then, each motif is six rounds, and there were 123 of these motifs that I had to make. We did triangles, pentagons, we did hexagons, heptagons. I mean, all the gons were involved in the making of Sasha. And I kept them in little separate bags, and I labeled the bags, and when it was time to sew everything together, I didn't build it join as you go. They do suggest that you make it that way, like join as you go. I'm not used to making amigurumis, so just tell me what motifs I need to make and show me how to put it together, and I'm going to put it together, and that's what I did. So this is Sasha. We love her here. So yes, I plan on making another one. It's going to be in the colors that I want it to be, and when that's done, I will be more than happy to show you guys. But Sasha is actually going to a new home. Sasha is going to my mother's room with all of her things, because as soon as my mom laid eyes on Sasha, she said, "She's mine." And I said, okay. I can't really argue with Ma, So anyway, those are the 2 finished objects, and so there's that. All right, so last but not least, we have this yarn haul from Hirschner's. So let me clear out the finished objects, and I'll be right back with the yarn from Hirschner's. 1 second. Okay, friends, so I am back. I got rid of all the finished objects, all 2 of them. And I have this box from Hirschner's. So this is what the box looks like. It's unopened. Haven't opened it yet. It's been a little while, so I know about 1 or 2 things, but as far as anything else, I can't really remember. So it may be a very quick unboxing. It may be a minute or 2. We shall see. So let me go ahead and crack this open. The one thing I know that's in here are the cotton mill ends, not cotton cakes, cotton mill ends. I know for a fact they're in here. So those are a mystery. I love getting those because, you know, it's the element of surprise for me. So let's see. Okay. Is this going to be all the things, my friends? Or maybe not. We'll see. Okay. All right. All right, all right, all right. I see the cotton here right at the top. Okay. So let me see if there's an invoice. Okay. Self-striping cotton cake mill ends. I got 4 sets. Oh my stars. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you the things. Look at this. I wish the glare wasn't glaring. So we have a blue and we have a yellow. Look at that yellow. That's so good. A pale yellow into like a gold. Yeah, that's great. And it's going to be great if I run like 2 together. Oh, that's so awesome. So yeah, blue and gold. Okay. Next, we have, look at this. So teal, obviously, but this other one here, it's hard to distinguish. Let me see if I can crack this open and give us a closer look at the situation. Is it all the things? Look at this. Oh yeah. This is so good. I'm thinking sleeveless summer top, right? Yeah, this is good. Okay. I'm going to be experimenting with this, with all these ideas. I really hope it pans out. We shall see. Okay, let me set the invoice right there. I'll tell you what all that is in a second. All right, next. Oh yeah, look at that. My friends, they hooked me up. Look at this. Look at this cake. Is that not the best thing you've ever seen all day? I mean, seriously. This is so good. It's dark purple going into like midnight blue. Yes, this is not leaving this house. This here is for me. This might be for Mother. This is right up Mother's alley. She loves this. Well, I don't know if she loves the thin cotton yarn, but I know she loves this colorway. So, we'll see. I'll ask her on Sunday. I'll say, hey, Ma, do you like this? You want to make a granny square blanket out of this? She'll cut her eyes at me and give me a look. I love that for me. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have another one here. Wow. Okay. So there's that. So it's like a plum. Is that a plum? Let's look. Why not, right? Let's look at the things. That's nice. I mean, I love purple, but like certain ways that purple are ran just don't appeal to me for some reason. I like it when purple is ran dark, not light. It's just my preference. And yeah, this is going to be someone's happy mail. Because the only part of this cake that I'm enjoying is like the outer rim here. The rest of that looks like it can be put on another project. So this might actually go out to somebody for happy mail. Stay tuned. I've been sending happy mail to people without them knowing. And then inside of the box I leave a note. I'm like, don't tell anyone I'm sending this to you. Shh. Okay, so then after that I decided to get some worsted. So, okay, first of all of that was $14.70 each. $14.70 for those 4 cakes. Well, $14.70 a piece for each pair. which isn't bad. I mean, you can buy one of those at like Hobby, and it run you about the same price, you know, depending on when you catch, you know, the price or whatever. So, yeah, not bad. Good deal. Okay. So next, I went up getting worsted cast-offs, bag of 3. I actually think this is Premier Basics. First glance. Now, once I touch it, I'll be able to tell you. Yeah, this feels just like Premier Basics. So I have olive. It's got the squish and all the things. It's probably not. I'm just saying it feels like it. And I love how they have that little hole punched in the bag. So my yarn baggings and things, I'm going to do some more videos of that. But as of late, I've been doing it off camera. I've been punching holes in my bags, just like that. Just so it breathes and does all the things. So, one on each end. Okay, and then next we have aqua, right? Is that aqua? No, turquoise. This is turquoise. I'm going to leave it in the bag. And you know what? I'm really enjoying how thick this is. So, first of all, it's 7 ounces, 200 grams. It's 359 yards, 328 meters per skein. It's so good. And I paid $5 for all 3. That's a deal and a steal. Yep. Because even when, okay, so even if I were to get some of my loops and threads. So loops and threads on its best day, I can get for like $2.30. Times that by 3, that's $6.90. $5. It's good. The yardage is good, and it's a nice thick 4-weight yarn. It's not thin. It's got meat on the bones. I may actually order more. Yeah, I'm ordering more. I love a good thick 4-weight yarn. That's just my preference. I really enjoy that. Next, we have warm beige. We know what beige looks like. It's cream. So there's that. And next we have, what is this one called? This one is called Crepe. And I think I went with these 4 colors because that's all they had left. So I'm going to continuously check and see, you know, what are the deals and steals and where can I get my hands on some more of this yarn, because listen, now that I'm actually touching it and feeling it, I mean, it is thick. There's squish in this bag. Yeah. Check it out. Go to Hirschner's and get yourself some. I'm not affiliated. I bought this with my own money. I'm just saying. Okay, next. Next I got Caron Big Cakes. And the Caron Big Cakes were $6.37 a piece. Listen, at Michael's, one of these is $12.99, but I paid $6.37 a cake. I love these. I made queen-size blankets with these. Now, to make a queen-size blanket, you need 6 of these. So, yeah. Maybe a full size with these 4. But that's okay. Listen, I can run a color, you know, intermittently throughout the whole entire thing. And plus it was a corner to corner. So maybe if I did another pattern, it'll come out a different size, you know, all that. So anyway, this here is Vanilla Bean. Let me take one out of the bag and show you. Let's do a one for you and a one for me. I'm super excited about Caron cakes. Like, I love Caron cakes. I don't know who put me on these, but I'm here for it. So, oh yeah. I mean, it's soft. There's squish. It's all the things. I love it. All the things. Are you guys counting? So, anyway, one for you and a one for me. There's that for you to look at and enjoy. So this is 10.5 ounces at 300 grams. It's 603 yards, 551 meters. It is a medium 4-weight yarn, and they suggest a 5mm crochet hook. This is machine washable and dryable. I mean, low maintenance yarn too at that. That's so good. So this project that they have on here It's a corner to corner, but it's knit, and they only require 4 cakes. So I took inspiration from this pattern and made it a crocheted version, and I've shown it on the channel. I used toffee brickle, and I used 6 of these for the crocheted version. So yeah, super excited about that. Let me just set this over here to the side. And then as of late, I've been getting into these cotton cakes. So, okay, $6.37 a cake. Again, at Michael's, $12.99 for 1 cake. A deal and a steal was definitely had. And look, I still have, this is all, okay. So for those of you guys who are ordering these, order in 3s, and they come in a plastic bag. See, I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would have gone with either 3 or I would have ordered 6. So you live and you learn. But I plan on ordering some more if it's available. So this here, let me do this. So this is called Nested Blues. Love the beige with the blues and the creams. It's super nice. This is 8.8 ounces, 250 grams. It is a medium 4-weight yarn, and they suggest a 5mm crochet hook for this. And it is a 60-40 blend, 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. This is machine washable and dryable. Again, a low maintenance yarn. We love a low maintenance yarn, friends. Something you can put together, wash it, and dry it, and be done. So, yes, I plan on getting a whole plethora of cotton cakes because, I mean, if this is any indication of what a worked up project looks like, I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah, it's not too heavy. It's just right. And I could see myself in late spring, early summer, covering up with one of these and feeling completely 100% at peace with it. So, there's that. Okay, so that was the yarn haul from Hirschner's. My friends, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. I go live every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my mother. I bring her onto the channel. Many people have fallen in love with her. She's taking over my Sunday lives, and I'm here for it because I love my mother. And so, yes, my friends, that is it for now. And until the next time, take care, guys. Bye.